Running backs are a big topic of discussion all around the NFL right now. And the question is, what is a running back worth in today's NFL? People are saying, running backs are used less than ever. We're throwing the ball more. It's a ton of, all this stuff you're hearing about running backs right now. And I think to really understand the position of the running back, there are three things you got to know. The first thing is this. It's something that NFL scouts have told me. I know a few of them. They've been very kind to me behind the scenes. A lot of them reach out to me on Instagram, and they like my show, and they want to help me a little bit. So they tell me nice things. And all of the NFL scouts I've talked to have said one consistent thing about running backs in the NFL. They all say that there are the top 6, 7, or 8 running backs in the league, and then everybody else. Those top couple running backs are elite. They are special, really good running backs. And then everybody else is about the same, right? The word they keep using is most guys are interchangeable. There's not a lot of difference between, number 9 through 32. They're all about the same guy. Most running backs are just guys. But the top couple running backs in the NFL are special because they can do everything. They can pass block. They can contribute as receivers. They can run through arm tackles. They can make people miss in open space. And there are very few guys who can do that. Guys like Ezekiel Elliott, Todd Gurley, Saquon Barkley, Le'Veon Bell, whoever else you want to name. And those top couple guys are guys you give money to. Those are the kind of guys you pay. Again, number 9 through 32, the rest of the guys in the league are mostly interchangeable. They're solid. They can have some good runs if their offensive line is good, but they can't do everything. They're not explosive. And most running backs are really only as good as their offensive line. But a couple of them are special, right? A couple guys, the top, like Ezekiel Elliott, is a special running back. He's elite. He's different than most. Another thing you need to understand is that running back value is contextual. So first of all, an elite level running back can make your offensive line look better, right? He can, by running through arm tackles at the line of scrimmage, even average blocking can still work because if a guy gets a hand on your running back, he runs right through it. It doesn't matter. You don't need to seal blocks as effectively if you have an elite level running back. And who your quarterback is matters, right? An elite level quarterback doesn't need a great running back as much as a second tier quarterback might. Tom Brady doesn't need Ezekiel Elliott. Yes, of course. Tom Brady would love to have Ezekiel Elliott. In fact, I'm sure everybody in the NFL would love to have Ezekiel Elliott on their team. He's an incredible, fantastic running back. But Dak Prescott, the Dallas Cowboys quarterback, benefits from having Ezekiel Elliott's talent tremendously. If you do not have a top 5 quarterback in the league, if you have a second-tier quarterback, guys like Dak Prescott, guys like Kirk Cousins, then you really want an elite-level running back to help out your offense. It's a really big benefit. So who your quarterback is matters. Again, Dak, Kirk, you want an elite-level running back. Far more than if you're Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. The number 3 thing you need to understand is this. Actually, before I move on, first of all, using play action matters. People say, we're throwing the ball more than ever, this and that, and yada, yada. Running the ball still matters because what running the ball does, even if it's not incredibly effective, it makes play action passes. When you fake the run, it creates an influence on linebackers, creates an influence on defenders. Running the ball still matters because it makes play action work. It makes your team have balance. Yes, we're throwing the ball more than ever, but you still want to be able to run the football in order to have success deep into the playoffs in the NFL. Now, the third thing I got to know is this. This is just so you understand the running back position in general. Running backs only have a finite amount of wear and tear they can take. I often compare running backs to cars. An old running back, mileage on a car. So an old veteran running back, a 30-year-old running back is similar to a car with 250,000 miles on it. A lot of wear and tear on the engine. I think a better analogy is this. Imagine you're leaving your house in the morning with your phone and you're not going to be able to charge it all day. You're going to be out, like you're going to the beach, or you're going out and about, you're hiking, whatever. And you're not going to be able to charge your phone from 8 in the morning until 10 p.m. at night. You got to conserve your battery life. You do a lot of things. You close your apps. You don't really use your flashlight a ton. You turn off Bluetooth. You do all this stuff to limit battery usage and save your battery on your phone. You don't want your running backs putting unnecessary wear and tear on their bodies. The same way you're trying to conserve battery on your phone, you're trying to conserve your running backs because there's only so many hits and only so many miles they can take on their legs and their bodies. Linemen and running backs get beat up more than any other position in football. There's only so many hits they can take. So when you hear stories with, about elite level running backs sitting out OTAs and sitting out training camp and preseason, it really doesn't faze me. It's not a concern at all. You want to save your knees. If I have Todd Gurley on my team, I don't want him taking unnecessary wear and tear. So in my opinion, that's kind of the state of NFL running backs right now. People say they're not valuable. I would say that the top 6, 7, or 8 are elite and they are valuable. And running the ball still does matter. Despite, Cliff Kingsbury is supposedly going to throw the ball 70 times a game this year. Great, congratulations. But running the ball still matters because it sets up play action. And teams that win Super Bowls, the Patriots won the Super Bowl last year. They ran the ball really well. It mattered. Running the ball matters. It helps you in cold weather. It helps you be more than one-dimensional. You want to be able to run the football in the NFL. It does still matter. Now, if you don't have one of the top 6, 7, or 8 guys, basically everybody else is interchangeable. But those top-level guys are worth it. They make a huge impact on your team. And if you have a second-tier quarterback, you want a running back on your team, an elite-level running back, that can help your quarterback and make play action more effective. Running backs still do matter. Not as much as they did 20 years ago. But those 6, 7, 8 special top-level elite running backs are special, they matter, and they still have an impact on the game and running the football. Even for me, I play quarterback. I play quarterback in college. I love throwing the football. My dream school when I was growing up was Texas Tech. I wanted to throw the ball 70 times a game. And even I can acknowledge running the ball still does matter in the NFL today.